For those that know me, they know that I love double-deckers. And behind me we have the Marcopolo Paradiso 1800 DD. And this is the generation 8 of the Marcopolo. And it was launched in 2021, middle of the pandemic. So they were a little bit afraid how the market will react, but it has been a success. Still you can get the G7, but the G8 is the one that will taking over the whole production. And this is the first time I'm in Brazil, and it's also the first time I see this type of double-deckers. This is completely different what we see in Europe. You have the sleeping seats and you have separate parts. It means that the driver and also the co-driver is sitting in the front, and between the driver and the passenger you have the sleeping cabin for the driver. You can also have the kitchen there, and some of these buses also have 2 toilets. And if you think this is a cool one, they also have a version in 4 axles. Just look at this. There is a driver door on this one. It's not only a driver door, it's also an emergency exit. You barely see this on coaches today. In Europe, you only have a few brands that still have a driver door. And another thing I want to show you is the mirror. Just look at the beautiful lines. How can you do this with digital mirrors? And now I want to show you a little bit inside of the coach. Come with me. The first I want to show you, this is not the entrance for the passenger. This is the entrance and exit for the co-pilot. Here, behind the first axle, you have the entrance to the coach. And you only have one door, you can see. This is for the passenger on the second floor and the first floor. When you enter the coach, you can choose to go upstairs or downstairs. And you also have the toilet. And if you need to get in contact with the driver or the co-pilot, you have a small entrance here. This is not on all the double-deckers they have. Some of them have a kitchen in this area. Let's take a walk upstairs. And this is the second floor, and this is first time for me to ever be in this coach and to see this type of seats. The foaming on the seats, it's made by Marcopolo, so they use a lot of time and also a lot of experience to make the best seat for the passenger. And I just want to sit down and relax. This is really good comfort. Of course, it takes a lot of space, but this is a sleeping seat. So in the evening and in the night, you can put it all the way back and you can have a good night's sleep. And then you wake up in São Paulo or Porto Alegre and you are just ready for a new day at work. And now I want to test something, because I can see this for the leg rest. You can place your feet over here. I just want to test this seat. It's the first time in my life I really can go to bed in a coach like this. As you can see, this is a 2+1 configuration of this coach. And when you raise up your head, you don't hit this rack because they are putting all the way out. So you have a lot of space. You have a TV screen in the roof. You have a lot of lights. You have some space to put things. And you also have an ice machine or a cooler. So please come with me, I could see something in the end. You have water machine, you can get something to drink. And I also heard that some of these buses, they are like an airplane where you can press a button and there will come someone to serve you. And other lines, they have a stop where you can have up to 1 hour rest, go to the restaurant, get something to eat, go back to the coach and continue to travel. And this bus station, I heard from Magne, they are like airports. They are really big. You have shops, you have restaurants, you have restrooms, you can even take a shower. That's what we dream about in Europe. Maybe someone will get the idea to make a system also like that in Europe. And this one have only 1 toilet, but we heard from the factory that you can also have 2 toilets in the coaches. 1 upstairs here and 1 downstairs. Here in the seat I have the button to adjust the back of the seat. I have the USB socket here for charging your phone. And here in the roof you have the volume button for the speakers. You have the fresh air and the clima ventilation, and also you have a button so you can turn on the reading light. But let's go downstairs and take a look at the first floor. And I also could see something when I was walking through the coach. You have ambient lights under the seats that guides you when you're walking in the night. And here behind this door you have the first floor, and look at this roof. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And a fun fact that the name of this coach is Paradiso 1800 DD, and 1800 is the millimeters that is in the first floor. So 1.8 meters is up to this roof, and that's the name of the coach. And the total height of this coach is a little bit more than in Europe. It's 4.1 meter up to the roof. And all the way back in the first floor you have the conference area, or a place where you can have your whole family around. It's a table, you can put your glasses here, you have a refrigerator where you have a cool drinks. This is normally the first class in this type of coaches, and the second floor is the second class. But even the second class seats are really amazing to sit in. But this coach is a sleeping coach where you have the first class in both of the floors. So let's take a look at the driver compartment. I just love the driver door. We are sitting behind the steering wheel in this Marcopolo that have a Scania-chassis. For me it was a really big surprise when I look at the chassis. There are drum brakes on this one. All the 3 axles have drum brakes. And I asked around a little bit, and in the South America it's depends on which market and which country you are going into with this coach. Some have to have disc brakes, and some other they can choose to have the drum brakes. And it's cheaper, and it's more easy for old workshop to have a maintenance on that. On this one you have Euro 6, but in this factory they still produce coaches like this with Euro 5 engine. So up to the end of this year it's allowed to produce with Euro 5. When I take a look at this dashboard, I really feel like I'm driving a big, amazing coach. And it also very similar to a next generation truck from Scania. So you have the same lines that I have seen in the truck. You have the same instrument, and also you have a digital screen on this side where you can adjust the lights and the clima system for this bus. I feel that this cabin is made for the drivers to have a good environment. You have the blue lines in the roof, you have a good view out of the coach. Only a few things I don't understand. They have big stickers just in front of my eyes, and also they have a sticker for the wheelchair. Another thing is they have split windows, and we know the reason for that if you have one big front window, it's expensive, and also it's not so easy to transport it. So here in this part of the world, in North America, South America, they use split windows. They just change the part that have a crack. And another thing I have seen on this type of coaches that I've not seen in the North American is that they have a tachograph. They have the same tachograph as we have in Europe. But here in Brazil, you can drive up to 6 hours without a break. This coach will be delivered to the customer in a couple of hours, and they still have a small details to be done with, like the steering wheel that you have to connect the center, the horn that you use on the road a lot. After that, the customer can use it for many years and will have a lot of passengers coming in and out of this.
Eu sou o Fernando, da empresa Porto Velho Turismo, sou do Espírito Santo. Hoje nós temos uma frota com 14 double deck. Esses carros são todos Marcopolo. Optamos pela Marcopolo por ser uma empresa já considerada no mercado a melhor empresa de ônibus, conforto, segurança. Nós também temos os carros de fretamento. Lá nós prestamos serviço para a prefeitura, para empresas, para frigorífico. E fora dos DD nós temos mais uns 25 carros de fretamento. Na nossa empresa a gente não tinha, só tínhamos 2 Scania. E E aí tinha Mercedes, tinha Volvo, e era um sonho ter o Scania novo. E aí a gente viemos adquirir esse Scania novo com essa carroceria para fazer um carro leito, 100% leito. O Scania ele tem mais torque, mais silencioso, mais segurança, mais durabilidade. É por isso que nós estamos migrando para a Scania.
So thank you for watching this video, and if you like what we are showing you, please subscribe on the bottom here and you will see all the videos from Bussmagasinet for the future. And up to next time, drive safely and have a good day.